This week, I'm finding out what it takes to be a real-life ninja in Japan.
I don't think ninjas are meant to giggle. Okay.
Joe's trying to catch up with a man walking every street in New York.
Matt!
And Tommy's got a suitcase that charges his phone and tells him when it's overweight.
It's a bit like travelling with my wife, except without the arguments. Shh.
The ninja, a mysterious undercover agent in feudal Japan, skilled in espionage and assassination, living in the shadows, and now you can apply to be one. Far from hiding in the dark, the next generation of ninjas answered a job ad. Full-time, Central Japan, salary around $1,600 a month. Hundreds of people applied and auditioned for the jobs, including many from overseas. The lucky winners are based here in Nagoya. It's part of a mighty tourism push before the 2020 Tokyo Olympics to bring in more tourists to the region, and in particular Nagoya, a city that visitors often pass by.
The aim of this is to bring in as many foreign tourists as we can. We've brought in ninjas because they have a historical connection to the area. They'll perform and they'll mix with the tourists.
This is the Nagoya Castle, and these are some of the chosen few, the new ninjas. And yes, one of them isn't Japanese. He's from America.
I think it's every foreign kid's dream at one point. Every kid's dream. Every kid dreams about becoming a ninja at some point in their life. For me, I just held on to that dream a little longer than most people.
And I know you've just started, but what's it like to be the only foreign ninja?
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I thought that I could come to Japan, find a ninja clan, become a ninja, and it'd be it. But it's a constant progression of learning, of studying, and struggling with Japanese. But I love it. I've never been happier. So.
We've been allowed in to watch the ninjas train. It's not just physical. There's also history to be learnt. It'll be an intensive month ahead of this modern-day ninja team's debut.
It's only a training session. There's already a lot of media interest, and for me it feels like there's a reality TV or talent show element to this project.
But not everyone is buying into the hype. Some purists are worried that this sort of campaign is sending a distorted image of the Japanese icon to the rest of the world.
The
main thing about ninjas is the mental side, how to lead and so on. But in the entertainment industry, the physical side is exaggerated, and some people think it's cool, but you have to earn it. I would rather other people see what real ninjas do and then decide for themselves if it's cool. That's my goal.
Back in Nagoya, the region's 7 newest ninjas are training at the castle, and they're already drawing in the crowds.
Have a wonderful time in Japan. Thank you. Okay, enjoy your snack.
But how close is this to the revered life of the ninja of old? 2 hours from Nagoya, I've been told this is the heart of ninja country.
So hundreds of years ago, real-life ninjas trained in the very mountains here in Akamedaki. So I've come to this ninja training camp to try and get an authentic ninja experience.
Ninja no Mori, or Ninja Forest, has been set up to cater to tourists in a natural setting.
I might look the part, but can I cut it as a real-life ninja?
To my relief, we started the day with some prayers and meditation. Then it was time to leave the safe surrounds of the temple and head to the training course.
To be honest, I'm a bit nervous. I don't want to fall flat on my face and embarrass myself. Konnichiwa.
Time to say hello again to Masuda-san, the assistant chief ninja here.
最初は手裏剣の修行からしましょうか。
Shuriken.
First, I learned the art of the shuriken, or ninja star.
敵を倒す武器なんです。最後の最後の手段。
Shuriken is a weapon, but it was only used as a last resort. They would put poison on the tips here to kill their enemy.
It can kill you.
Yes.
Okay. So how do we hold it? Right and right there. So you clench your fist and
Yes.
then just between the thumb. All right, here goes. Okay. This is actually more difficult than it looks.
Then it was on to the wire.
What would this be used for?
お堀を渡るために。はい。やります。
So if there was a castle and a moat,
Yes, yes.
you'd
敵
throw the
の
rope.
敵のお城に侵入します。
Oh,
はい。
so the rope would help you get over the water.
Yes, yes.
I do kind of feel ninja-like here. This is quite difficult. Okay, I don't think ninjas are meant to giggle. Okay. Oh my God.
And then the skill of scaling walls undetected.
You don't expect me to do that, do you?
いえ、やってください。やります。大丈夫。
頑張って。
はい、頑張ってやりましょう。
Hi. This wall's as tall as me.
I wouldn't say it was easy, and I definitely didn't say it was pretty, but I managed it. So they upped the ante.
Okay, so this wall is definitely now taller than me. Should I run? I don't think I can do it again.
Time to let go of any dreams I have of becoming a true ninja. Let's go to southern Spain now to meet a man whose skill with a knife could beat even the finest ninjas and who's dedicated his life to one of Spain's gourmet treasures.
Mi nombre es José Manuel Hidalgo y soy maestro cortador de jamón. Mi profesión es poco habitual. De hecho, en España solo 14-15 maestros cortadores nos dedicamos única y exclusivamente al corte de jamón. De hecho, la gente se sorprende cuando comentamos que nos dedicamos única y exclusivamente al corte. Si eres bueno, desde 150 hasta 600 euros se pueden llegar a cobrar perfectamente en una tarde de trabajo. En España, en cualquier tipo de evento, boda, celebración, comunión, hay un jamón. Date cuenta que es un producto que a todo el mundo le encanta. Hay muchísima cultura del jamón en el país. Dentro de los eventos que he realizado, pues he trabajado para la misma Casa Real, he viajado a nivel internacional, conozco más de 30 países, acabo de llegar desde Londres, ahora voy a Hong Kong en cuestión de pocos días y bueno, es una profesión en la que estamos siempre trabajando por todos sitios. En este pueblo me encanta venir porque tienen un género extraordinario. Vengo a seleccionar unos jamones Vamos a pasar al secadero. Domingo, muy buena. ¿Qué tal? Muy bien. Vamos a seleccionar esos jamones, ¿no? Dentro de nuestras facetas está la de seleccionar jamones para clientes. Es fundamental tener conocimiento sobre el producto.
The handmaster is so important because after 5 years working, in the last 2 hours you can't broken all this work. When you are a handmaster, you are a so professional person that know how to carve the ham, the exact temperature, kind of slice you have to cut, how to put in the plate, how to serve is a very important moment in the life in the ham.
Es fundamental cortar lonchas cortas y finas, hacer una buena presentación de los emplatados, mantener siempre una buena rectitud y es fundamental sacar el máximo rendimiento a la pieza.
Llegar a conseguir un primer premio en el mundo del jamón es muy complicado. Objetivo y paso a paso y llegar a lo más lejos como José Manuel, que es el objetivo principal de todos nosotros.
Tengo amigos en Londres, tengo amigos en Francia, tengo amigos en Italia y todo esto me ha venido a consecuencia de mi trabajo, de mi profesión. La verdad, nunca pensé que el jamón me fuera a llevar tan lejos.
Still to come on the travel show.
Tommy's seeking out the best in the world of gadgets. This week, a security camera that knows who's at home while you're away. And Joe catches up with the man walking every inch of every street in New York City.
So don't go away. The Travel Show, your essential guide wherever you're heading.
Welcome to another instalment for all of your essential travel gadgets. First up is a suitcase unlike any other I've come across because the makers claim that this one can weigh itself, it has smartphone access and will even send you a text message when it arrives in baggage reclaim. Sounds impressive. We've seen quite a few smart suitcases launched over the past year and the Floaty has now added itself to that list. It's loaded with high-tech features including a smart handle which can link to your phone or music. There's a built-in charging dock, a digital weighing scale, tracking system and an SOS alarm. This is a gadget lover's case. There is so much going on inside and as you can imagine though, with all that technology, it can be a little bit on the heavy side, but it's practical. It's been really well thought out with you, the traveller, in mind. This is the kind of case that communicates to you. It even tells you when it's a little bit on the heavy side. It's a bit like travelling with my wife, except without the arguments. Shh. The number of home security remote surveillance equipment out there is increasing all the time. Competition is really fierce, but what that means for us is that manufacturers are trying to find unique ways of making their product stand out. And here's one that not only tells you what's going on at home, but you can also teach it to know who your friends and family are. Welcome claims to give added peace of mind while you're travelling away thanks to its facial recognition technology. It offers the usual remote monitoring systems and alerts you when anyone passes in front of the camera, but the big sell here is that it claims to know if a familiar face has entered your home or a stranger. It does need a strong Wi-Fi connection, and some people back at home may not like the idea of you getting an alert every time they have a stranger over to the house, although I couldn't possibly imagine why. I really like the sleek, non-obtrusive design of this. I mean, it doesn't look like a piece of home surveillance kit. And already the way in which it can integrate into your life is changing all the time. There are apps that this can sync up with so you can use it in different ways. There's lots to choose from. My advice is this: work out what it is that you need from your home security, and before you part with your money, do your homework. We all know that nothing beats a good book when you're on your travels, but carrying around an e-reader or a tablet is a little bit on the bulky side. Well, that was the case until this came along. The new Kindle Oasis is a neat little e-reader. Its makers claim that its design is the biggest jump forward for any Kindle yet. They say it's smaller, more ergonomically friendly, it's got far better battery life, and the display is much brighter. At first glance, it looks like you're just getting a mini e-reader, but there is so much more to this. 60% more LEDs than previous models. It's 30% thinner, 20% lighter, and you can really feel the difference when you take it away from the battery built into the case. But more comes at a price. This is significantly dearer than existing models. Ha! Who needs a BBC cameraman when I can even give you this? 360 degrees of filming. Bet your camera can't do that, can it, mate, eh? Look at that. All of this without even moving my feet. The Osmo shoots sharp 4K footage. It also captures stills and produces steady handheld video, giving your holiday home movies the professional touch. Its makers claim that it's a step up from your regular action cameras and gives you TV-style footage without the big budget. Ergonomically, it's really well designed and super easy to use. Mastering it, though, will take you a little bit longer, but that's where the fun lies. The downside has to be the battery power. We're using so much of it on the Osmo and on my smartphone. But think of the views you can capture. 360 degrees without having to spin on the spot, which means I can save this move for the dance floor. Oh yeah.
New York is home to some of the most iconic and photographed tourist attractions in the world. And those that visit will often have a checklist of what they want to see and snap. But what if you want to get under the skin of this enormous city? We sent Joe Worley to meet the man that's getting a completely different perspective on the Big Apple.
Thank you so much, thank you. So we're here in Flushing in New York, which is about half an hour's drive from the main tourist attractions of the city. And I'm here to meet someone that's taking sightseeing to a whole another level. Just got to find him first. I'm trying to find Matt Green, the man who's made it his mission to walk every street on this map of New York, plotting his progress in red and photographing whatever catches his eye along the way. He's been walking since New Year's Eve 2011, but as he's constantly moving, it's proving difficult to catch up with him.
Well, don't worry, we'll get back in the car and we'll come and find you.
So we're in a completely different area now. It's very suburban, but hopefully you will be knocking about here somewhere. Thank you. On Jasmine and Parsons. You did say to meet here. Matt! Matt! Hi!
Hey, how are you?
We couldn't keep up with you. You've walked so far.
Hey, good to meet
It's
you.
nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
So I can join you on your street walk today then?
Sure, yeah. Some of the trees from that are still standing.
Now that we've found him, the next challenge is filming a man who won't stop walking.
Part of that land was taken over.
And do you do this every day?
I'm working on this project every day. At this point, the blog side of it has kind of overtaken the walking part.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten so into researching what I see. And hold on a second. I have to like finish, complete the block.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wait. So was that bit?
Yeah, just, I don't want to cut the corner there. So.
You really are walking every meter of this place, aren't you?
It was when I was drawing out the map and kind of, saying I walk this block, I walk this block. I'm like, well, if I really cut the corner, I'm not really walking that far. So. It's funny when I finish a walk and go home and just be walking maybe from the subway to the apartment, I'll still in my head think I have to do that, and then I'll say, oh wait, I'm off the clock. Now I can walk like a normal person. Yeah. We're gonna go left here.
Okay. In 2010, Matt quit his job as an engineer and walked across America, pushing a cart of his belongings and camping along the way. When he finished that walk, he decided that instead of seeing a million places for a minute each, he wanted to spend a million minutes exploring just one place, New York City.
What I like to do is just go out and kind of just take photos of whatever catches my eye and just be open to different things and not have to think, is this something important? You know, does this have some kind of historical merit or some kind of cultural importance or something? So it gives me this very personal connection to the city.
And how many miles have you done so far?
I'm at about, I think I'm getting close to 6,800.
So you've got 1,200 to go.
Probably a little more. I think I don't really know what the total will be. I think it'll probably be a little over 8,000. But here, this actually is this was painted for 9/11.
Oh.
I take a photo of every 9/11 memorial that I see, which is a very interesting view and just to how people deal with grief, how that changes over time, you know, how people physically express their grief and the kind of emotions that people have. You know, I would have thought initially maybe you'd see more anger in the kind of reactions to 9/11, but a lot of it's about healing. But so that's kind of just one little window into one of the millions of aspects of New York.
We finished the walk in the heart of Flushing's Chinatown.
Here we are right now in downtown Flushing, crowded with people. Then most of the day we spent kind of in this part of Flushing, where things were a lot more quiet. And you can see, you know, where the red lines are not is where I still have to walk.
Matt reckons it will take him at least another year to achieve his goal of walking every single street in the city, by which time he thinks he'll have covered more than 8,000 miles. It's certainly not a speedy way to sightsee, but I can't imagine that anyone knows this city better.
A wonderful but exhausting way to see the Big Apple. Well, that's all we've got time for you this week. Coming up next week.
Krista's going deep underground in Hungary, down a dark creek with a paddle.
I think you're supposed to paddle the water and not the walls. What do you think?
Well, I hope you can join us for that if you can. And don't forget, you can also follow us on social media. All the details are on your screen now. But until next time, from me, Carmen Roberts, and the rest of the Travel Show team here in Nagoya, it's goodbye.